Okay, so when friends and family find out, oh, I get this question a lot in my classes. So actually, all of these questions come from questions from students in my classes.
The Storm Hunter WX weather app is free to download and use and provides you with warning of severe weather even before the National Weather Services issue alerts. This advanced weather app is an important tool for awareness of severe weather that I use every day. Download and use it totally free without in-app purchases on iOS or Android at the link below.
Which is why we're talking about it now. So when friends or family find out that you're a prepared protector of yourself and your loved ones, and they ask you how they can learn to do it, what do you tell them?
Okay, so I have 5 things. Are you
Whoa,
ready?
yeah.
Notes. All right. The first thing I say is good for you.
Oh,
the
yeah,
second thing I
good
would
for you.
do,
Like, I'm glad you're thinking about these things.
Yeah,
and it's pretty cool.
The second thing I would do is I would encourage them to seek training, because owning a firearm means nothing if you don't know how to operate it. The third thing I would say is I would encourage them to seek more training, because knowing how to operate a firearm
is different.
Means nothing if you don't know when to operate it.
Or the ramifications if you...
Here's the ones that I'd like you to take notes on. Fourthly, I would encourage them to know themselves. Deciding to carry a firearm carries a weight and responsibility that not a lot of other things in life do.
Gosh.
So you have to know yourself well enough to know when you are not completely in control of your emotions, and for those times and for those days, you should not be carrying a firearm.
Pause on that for me. Go back to what, that was good what you said. You have to know yourself
well enough
to know
when you're not in control of your emotions.
So what might be a situation where this Rose, I feel so dumb when I'm around you sometimes. No, it's all good. Honestly, you make me think, which is good. I'm like, oh, when was there a time I'm not around me in control? But
okay,
after I think about it for a while.
if someone has a lot of bravado and they are just so eagerly,
so not on a given day, but that's just how they are.
Maybe if you're dealing with anxiety and depression and you know that takes you off your game,
I get
you're
it.
like, you know what? I am not going to make a sound decision right now.
Okay.
I need to lock this up.
I get it.
For those times.
And
it's not forever.
Yeah, it's not bad. That's the wisest thing we can do.
Thank you.
Okay, so having a level of self-awareness.
Yes.
Okay,
so knowing yourself well enough to know when you're not in control of your emotions.
That's a good point.
Lock it up.
That's a very good point.
You should not be carrying on those days. And then the last thing, we're almost done, I promise. Thank you for sticking with us. And then the last
They might have clicked off a while ago. We just don't know it.
No, they are here still. We're not done.
Okay, we're not done. I agree.
Okay. All right, I'll talk quick.
No, you're not talking quick. I just think it's adorable because see, this is why, one of the reasons I adore you, my thought process is, I'm going to just say something. They're probably going to check out. They got busier stuff to do. But what I love is that you have serious stuff to talk about.
You're here for it. Yeah.
I know. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
So, fifthly, the last thing I have for this, and this one's good too.
Yeah.
I would encourage them to sit down with their spouse and have an honest conversation. Because if you decide to use this tool in defense of yourself or another, your world is going to change forever.
Yep.
So your spouse needs to be on the same page that you're on.
Yeah.
And don't live in fear, but don't live with your head in the clouds either.
Yeah. It's so true. It's so true. Gosh.
That's all I got for that one.
Oh, sorry.
You want again? I'm just
no,
kidding.
yes. No, that's such good stuff to think about. Such good stuff. I know folks that that used to carry regularly, but they were involved in a situation, or their best friend was involved in a situation, or someone they know intimately is involved in a situation where someone righteously used force to protect the innocent, I mean righteously, like according to the law and, good, sane, sober, moral, prudent people. And yet the price they are still paying is so significant that it has led to people making different decisions. If you've got...
about the mark of Cain, you told us about that.
Yeah. It's just the things that and just even the police officers that go out to, right now, Mr. John and I are in the middle of the Advanced Force Science Specialist. I can't remember what's exactly called, but it's a great course, great course. And it's us and a bunch of police officers, and just realizing every single one of them, every time they walk out to their squad car or cruiser and head on out, they might be forced to make a decision that will radically alter their life and their family's life and their department's life.
And they don't get paid very much to do that.
They sure don't. And they don't get there just isn't the money and time for training that there needs to be for the dynamic situations that they're faced with
We
on the rig.
expect a lot for them, but we don't equip them with the tools to do it.
Yeah. Dr. Lewinsky says there's no other profession that expects so much and trains. He doesn't use the word so little, so I'm paraphrasing. But but same concept. Because what we expect of our officers is just unbelievable, and they. I mean, they're amazing. What they're able to do is absolutely amazing. But yeah, it can be life altering. That's for sure. Okay, last question. What do you say to people when they say that they want to conceal carry too, but they've heard that it's much more dangerous to have a gun because it can be used against them? I don't know about you, but that's a question I get a lot. A lot.
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't have very many friends. I don't get that question very often. But my answer is, if carrying a firearm is not for you, then don't do it. That is 100% okay. But make sure you came to your conclusion based on facts and not fears. Because anything you have can be used as a weapon against you.
So true.
Your pen, your necklace, your keys, your hair.
Yeah. It's so true.
Even your mind. And that is the most dangerous weapon of all.
Jeez, that's a good point.
When it's working against you and not for you. And when you are predicting and anticipating something that likely will never happen, someone taking your firearm and using it, do you know the odds on that? It's not very high, right?
It is. It's shockingly low.
Correct.
But we've been fed this lie since, I want to say it's like the 80s, is when, I can't remember what study it was that was done, but anyway, the facts that were looked at were interpreted in a way that was less favorable to owning a firearm, and it was specifically targeted to women.
I want to make guesses. Can I make a guess? I'm guessing it's a DV situation where it's taken and used. Is it just
it's not the fire. So the way they worded it is, I appreciate that. Yeah. I like how you said it in this context, that it's not about, and get answers to your questions. Research it yourself. Find out for yourself, so we have organic answers for the questions we have, because that's the key.
If you don't do it if you don't want to do it.
Right.
But don't not do it just because you think
afraid.
You can't.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that.
So the last thing is, you know you better than anyone else. So we have confidence that you will make the best decision for you. And at any point, you can change your mind.
That's true. Oh my gosh, that's so true. You can change your mind both ways.
Yeah, back and forth, back and forth. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's all I got, Kaery.
Yes.
That's it.
That's so good. Gosh.
Are they still there? They're still there.
I hope so. I understand if you're not, though, because I talk forever.
Stop it.
But listen, you got to listen to my friend, Miss Nikki, though. You're a wise woman here. I'm not kidding. Wise woman. Makes me think in ways that that I don't often think. So thank you for your time. Truly, I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
I appreciate the wisdom and thought you put into this. And thanks for sharing your story.
Yeah.
I really do appreciate it.
My pleasure. And if you want more, like and subscribe. I don't know. What do you always ask for? Nothing? Okay.
Should I ask for something?
Most
I usually say thanks. I'll see you later.
Okay. We'll catch you in the next video.
If there is one.
Wait. Please make their next video by liking and subscribing. I want to come back.
I do want you to come back.
She only invites me here when she needs me to.
That's right. That's right. When I need to interview her, I say, hey, can you come to my house? No, I love it. Yeah, no, I do want to have you back.
Did I make that awkward?
No. Well, I always make it awkward, so I'm sure it's fine. But seriously, thanks for your time. I appreciate it. And I absolutely will have you back without question, because you make me think, and I appreciate that. So thank you.
My pleasure.
All right, and we'll see you guys again, I hope.